All right, everyone, here we go with the thank you reading for August 2025, where I thank anyone who's given me a nickel for anything I do around here, whether it's an extended reading purchase or I don't know what, a donation or whatever. All of that. Very, very much, a lot of gratitude from me. All right, and Flem the Parrot, who's busy eating breakfast right now. I'm sorry, he can't be here with us, right? He cannot be here with us. Today is Carrot Day. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I think he was a rabbit in a past life or something. He loves fucking carrots. Holy crap. Put a carrot in front of him, he'll go crazy. He'll take your damn head off for it, right? Give me that. I did a pre-shuffle here. These readings, so anyway, thanks. Now the image of Flem the Parrot biting your head off for a carrot is there. These readings can be very specific. They're thank you readings. They're for a specific subset of people that come to Steve's Love Tarot, right? I've got a pre-shuffle here. It could be taken a lot of ways. I want you to look at that Ten of Swords, okay? Just the surface energy. I said, what do you want to tell my people? I'm doing this because I don't think it's that specific. It's a broad enough energy attached to this that it's you know, the clever / fickle old gal universe kind of knew what she was doing here. Take a look at that picture. Tell me, get a vibe on what it means to you about something, a situation, something going on with you, whatever it is. Okay? Get a vibe on that. Figure out what it might mean to you. 10 swords. Right? Look at the guy down there at the bottom, the little owl in the tree, whatever it is. Okay? The sky looming in the background, all that, right? Okay. It's crossed by the 9 of Swords. You're wrong, it's nonsense, or not yet would be the answers for that. Okay? Would be the answers for it. Now, what I would say, just coming in and doing the pre-shuffle, right, is you're worried something's over, you're worried about nonsense. The 9 of Swords is nonsense. 9's at the end in tarot, 10's at the end and dead end that lead to a new beginning, and with these crossing each other like that, tells me that something's about to pop to show you. It's not as bad as you think. I would phrase it this way as well, because I look at the cards. This is really all that matters, these two. But I look at the cards that's under it: 6 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, flow of emotion, the Emperor. Something to be. There's a lot of pride attached to this. Something to be proud of for you, or something like that, or some strength coming. I don't know, because you got Archangel Michael, you got protective energy around you, and this is what I want to talk about. Okay. Underneath that's the King of Pentacles. I mean, it just keeps getting better. There's a 10 of Cups. I mean, you know, I can't go much further than that, but I want to talk a little bit about this energy because it's bleeding through. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It is the 5th card. It's technically about as far as I should go in a pre-shuffle like this at the bottom of the deck for the surface energy. Your luck. I'm going to use the word luck. Okay, there's no such thing as luck. It's about flowing with the energy. I get it, but everybody knows what the word means. So I try to use words where we can connect, right? Normal talking here, right? Your luck is a little better than you think right now. You may, in other words, you may be thinking, oh, I'm done for, Steve. It's over. Or this is that, or whatever. You know, there's almost anything for you. There's a bit of a silver lining attached to it. There's something in there. That frequency of Archangel Michael is one of my favorites. It's around me quite a bit. So if you have this around you right now, if you're one of the people this reading's for, it's really cool. It's a last minute save energy. Just when you think it's literally like that. It's like a cliffhanger, right? Oh, how's he going to get out of that? He fell off a cliff, right? Turns out, lands on a big pile of pillows because a pillow truck crashed on the side of it. It's that kind of thing. All right? Your luck is better than you think it is right now. So, something you think is done, over, or bad, not either no, it isn't, or not yet. Okay? Now is not the time. Okay. Let's take a look. Let's shuffle. It's an important pre-shuffle. When I get powerful energies like that on the surface, I like to harp on them a little bit. Okay? Let's go. We're going to clarify with the little animal deck, by the way. These two decks love each other. But very powerful combination. But randomly at the bottom is Justice, just so you know. So, you know, backing up everything I just said pretty much, right? Okay, let's go. Let's shuffle the deck. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. But if you're here for a reason. And because it's a thank you reading and it's a very specific subset of my audience, it could be Oh, it landed on the floor kind of sideways. It reads reverse to me. I'm going to put it reverse. It's 9 cups reversed. Because it's a very special subset of my audience, okay, I will say it could be future influence for you. So I'd like you to keep that in mind. All right. 9 cups reversed fell on the floor. It did fall reversed. It fell with the red up. So I'm going to take it reversed. I read reversals anyway, but if it wants to show me it's reversed, there's a reason for it. And the 7 of Cups. So I've got red, center, left, right, Knight of Wands, 9 of Cups reversed that fell out reversed, which caused me to stop shuffling, and the 7 of Cups. The bottom of the deck is the 2 of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. You're reluctant to trust someone or something. I can dig it. I can totally dig it, right? I mean, you know, if this person comes to you with a plan, I don't know, because it's probably self-serving for them, right? The Burger King got to have it their way, right? That kind of a thing. However, the energies underneath it, the Knight of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. A King of Wands may approach you, right, with a cup of love, you know, and have a plan. They've got a plan, you know, coming towards you. There you are sitting there. To show up out of nowhere, you're inclined to go, oh, hell no. Be careful about that. Be careful. Again, like I said in the pre-shuffle, the pre-shuffle is what it is. It's its own little reading. Think of it as a second reading. But it still applies. That Archangel Michael energy from the Temperance card, that specific frequency of it is still here. Your luck is better than you think it is. Things aren't as bad as you think they are. There's probably, with a 9 of Swords crossing a 10 of Swords in the pre-shuffle there, and the confusion energy here, there's probably some sort of, we'll call it a devil type energy. It might be a 7 of Swords, a very mild devil energy type of thing, floating around in the mix, causing things to look a little different than they do. Sort of like those goofy mirrors at the Hall of Mirrors at the like county fair or amusement park or something like that, where they twist you into all kinds of shapes. It's a bit of that. All right. This is a genuine offer from a King of Wands. I think you're inclined to either reject it or counter offer, whatever it is. It could be, again, it could be a job. All bets are off in a thank you reading. It doesn't have to be your runner. It doesn't feel, I won't lie to you, it doesn't feel like a job with the Knight of Cups, but it could be. If it is a job, it's a job you really love. You think you'd really love it, but you don't trust this person, right? Do you trust yourself? That's what the energies are talking about here. Do you trust yourself? That's all you need to trust, all right? It's sort of one of those energies when I say last minute save or whatever. As long as you trust yourself, you can go for things, and if problems arise, you know that you can deal with them as they come up, right? You don't have to deny, you don't have to, well, there it is. You don't have to leave yourself out in the cold and deny yourself things because you don't trust that person. You trust yourself. You trust yourself to handle whatever comes your way. And right now, in the current energies, make your own decisions. I'm just a talking hand on a video. Do what you want to do. Make your own decisions, but you can trust yourself. You can handle anything that's coming your way with the frequencies of energy you've got around you. Okay, so that 10 of Swords could just as easily apply to oh hell no here, right? Oh, why is the 9 of Cups reversed? Well, the 9 of Cups upright would be your dream come true. It would be emotional fulfillment, and you know, yeah, this is something I want, Steve, but from that person, it's going to go. That's rotten fruit right there on the table. Okay, well, maybe it is. But that doesn't mean in the current energies, you can turn rotten fruit to your advantage. Okay, you can. I'll tell you what, the man who brought bananas to us, right? But you can get bananas anywhere, right? You can get them anywhere. The guy who started the whole fucking thing and built the big banana empire was buying the yellow fruit off of the suppliers because the stores want the green fruit because it'll last longer. He was buying the yellow fruit and selling that. It started out that way. It started out with fruit that was probably that someone was just going to throw away. And it ended up in being the big banana empire that it is now, which is kind of some sort of banana mafia or something like that. But at the end of the day here, it's that kind of a thing. You might be getting some rotten fruit here because you don't like that King of Wands. You don't trust them, whoever they are. But that rotten fruit is where your fortune lives. You'll be able to make it work. You can make things work. You're like MacGyver in this energy, right? Remember MacGyver, the TV show? Right? He turned a stick of gum into an explosive and blasted him out of the elevator. I mean, it's crazy. You're like MacGyver in this energy. You can make shit work. Let's clarify some shit, all right? Let's see what's going on. You've been a very sudden offer from this. And it is something you like. All you got to do, take my word for it here, all you got to do is trust yourself in this energy, and you'll be fine. You know, you say to yourself, hey, you know what? The universe always has my back. Timing is perfect. It sends me the right people in the right situations at just the right time. And you could even add in if you want, and I can handle anything that it comes my way. If something goes wrong, I'll fix it in real time. Right? All you got to do is trust yourself a little bit. The energy will take it from there. And will with that frequency of temperance energy, oh fuck yeah. All right? So, anyway, let's see where we go. Let's clarify the Knight of Wands here. Coming in. Here we go. Let's do it. Although I wish the bananas we ate today were the bananas that my parents had when they were kids. That species went extinct due to some sort of virus. I forget if it was Panama or Costa Rica, one of the two, some sort of Panama virus or something like that, wiped it out. They were much better than the bananas we eat today, which are Cavendish variety. Let's see where we go. Knight of Wands. You can still get them at specialty shops, but they don't sell them worldwide. They bred the bananas we eat today. Well, they don't taste as good, but they're bred to resist that plague that wiped out the other one. What's on top? Page of Swords. I'm going to get what's on top before I look at the bottom. Why's the Page of Swords here? Page of Pentacles. Yeah. Temperance. There's that temperance energy. Right? There it is. Not only are you getting important banana information here. What the hell was the original one called? I don't know. Something Michelle. Something like that. I don't know. It was something like that. But Grows Michelle or something like that. Anyway, they were really good. The old bananas. Anyway, you're getting this here. Right? Again, this temperance energy. It's too early in the morning for me to remember my stupid trivia, but you're welcome to look it all up. That today's banana is a new variety. Something about that, I'm telling you that for a reason. Okay? Something about that is important. And here we go. Today's King of Wands is a new variety. All right? It's not the old King of Wands. It's a new King of Wands. Is it a perfect King of Wands? Is it the perfect Knight of Cups? No, that's a whole load of bullshit a little bit. Okay, I won't lie to you. But you're being way too informed. You're inclined to reject this or think that something's going wrong. Whatever that Ten of Swords meant to you, okay, a little bit, it applies here too, right? But it also, this applies to this King of Wands and this offer, this sudden offer that comes in. You're inclined to be a little too informed by the past. You were disappointed in the past. You think you learned the lesson. You didn't really learn the proper lesson in the past, if that's the case. Underneath here is temperance. This is that last minute save energy. This is that energy where as long as you trust yourself, you're very protected. Anything comes up, anything goes wrong, any little cracks in this King of Wands, supposed Knight of Cups energy, you could deal with it as it comes in. It's not something you should say no to because you've been informed in the past that this type of energy, this type of person, this type of situation, this type of thing will go wrong or let you down. Whatever it is. Okay? Like I said, that pre-shuffle holds true. The Nine of Swords crossing the Ten of Swords. You're worried about something being over or not working out or just being crap, and it's a false worry. It's a false sword of Damocles. All right? Nothing happening here that you can't handle, and here's this temperance energy showing up again. I want to pull on the Seven of Cups just because I'm curious. I don't need that. I understand why that's there. Tell me about the Seven of Cups. Give me something. I'm going to go a little deeper on it than the obvious. Okay? You said what we need to say in the base energy and the pre-shuffle. All right? Do what you want to do. Make your own decisions. But I know this energy well, and I was pleased. I kind of smiled a little when I saw the pre-shuffle before I hit the record button. You know, I got like, oh, here we go. Right? Yeah. Seven of Cups. Why is it here? It's crossed by the Knight of Swords. That's a lot of shuffling. While you're busy shutting this down, it's just I'm going a little deeper in the Seven of Swords. You're like, oh no, I'm making different choices this time. I chose the King of Wands last time. While you're busy shutting this down and poo-pooing it, saying that the yellow bananas are shit, I don't want those, I want the green ones, and blah, blah, blah. While you're busy shutting it down, right? There's another way to look at it. Right? There's a piece of something. In other words, try to pay attention when this offer comes in or when this thing comes in. Try whatever it is from this King of Wands. It looks like some sort of approach. Try to pay attention. A lot of times what we do is you're like right off the top, oh hell no, and then we shut down. Right? This energy here will say something to you that will show you that it doesn't match with past disappointments. Okay, but you got to pay attention a little bit. All right, there is an option here that's far better than oh hell no. Okay? All right, let's go. What's on top? That guy ended up making billions off of those yellow bananas, let me fucking tell you. Seven of Pentacles. Oh, excuse me, Six of Pentacles. That was part of the pre-shuffle. Why is that here? Ten of Wands. Bridging energy, before I open my mouth, the world. Again, it says the same thing. It's the most powerful card I could pull, too. The universe is saying it loud. Okay? This energy will show you that it's different if you listen to it, if you pay attention to it. All right? Whatever that is. All right, we'll see what else the universe wants to tell you. Let's grab the light seer here. Let's see where we go. There's the moon. There's got a hidden energy around you. There's things going on that you don't know. I'm going to pull 3 more cards in a bottom card. I'm going to pull another reading here just for fun. See what else the universe wants to tell you. What else you got? What else you got? Page of Swords reversed, just flipped out while I was shuffling. Page of Swords reversed. Here's the disappointment. Here's the reversed. Again, backing up what I just said. It's tough. This is the type of reading I'd rather pull just for one person. Okay? But you've got to pay attention to what I said around here, around trusting yourself, right? There's nothing you can't handle. You can sort out problems as they arise. You won't have any problem with that in this energy. Your luck, your last minute save energy is a little better than you think. But also pay attention to what that Ten of Swords meant to you in the pre-shuffle. Look at that as a separate reading, whatever it is. Okay? All right. I will tell you most of this is probably about something you're worried about being over. Okay? And then it shows up and you're inclined to make it over because of what happened last time. That's what most of this is about for most of you. All right? Is what it is. 5 of Wands at the bottom, crossing the center card I'm going to pull here. 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups reversed flew out. 9 of Cups upright down here. And we already know we're talking about the disappointment reversed here. The Queen of Swords and the Hermit. And the Fool. It's kind of a you want it energy sort of a thing here. I don't know. I'm gonna pull on the 9 of Cups. I didn't pull on this one. I'm gonna pull on this one. I'm just curious. Again, it's basically just saying the same thing. Trust yourself. That's what it's basically saying. There's no other way around it. Again, there's a 7 of Cups flew out of the deck. There's a 7 of Cups red with a 9 of Cups reversed. Now it's red with a 9 of Cups upright from another deck. There's a Queen of Wands. And there's a Tower. Right? Sometimes, the Rolling Stones have that song, you can't always get what you want, but sometimes you get what you need. Sometimes you get what you want. 9 times out of 10, when we actually get what we want, we're so fucking surprised by it, we blow the fucker up. Right? We find a reason to reject it. We find a reason to get rid of it. You're inclined to do that here. I'm just going to paraphrase on the energy. I'm going to go all the way back to the pre-shuffle with the 10 swords crossing the 9 swords. You're so afraid that something's over, something's bad, something's terrible, it's just this, that, and the other thing, that you're the one actually making it so. You're the one who's with the 9 of swords crossing the 10 of swords. You're the one who's making the 10 swords and pushing them in. Right? They actually aren't there. Right? So, that being said, you can't always get what you want. Sometimes you get what you need, but this time you're getting something you wanted. All right? So, don't shoot it down. It's human nature. We do it all the time. We sabotage ourselves all the universe sends us exactly what we asked for, and we shoot it down. We find some reason it's going to go wrong. It's going to go whatever. Oh, things like this don't happen to me. Oh, well, if something like this is happening for me, it's going to go wrong. You don't know me, Steve. Right? That kind of bullshit. Cut the crap, you know. And all that bullshit I just rattled off is right here in this Four of Cups, which is crossing all of this. Right? Here comes the greatest thing ever. Let's just exaggerate for reading purposes. Here comes the greatest thing ever. You find some reason on the surface, some bullshit surface, Queen of Wands, surface energy, superficial reason why it's shit. You blow it up, right? Right? All because of this energy. It's a form of depression, and I'm not saying you suffer from depression. Most of you probably don't. Okay? Some of you might, but I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's a form of depression energy, depressive energy. It's a self-sabotage. It causes us to poo-poo things that we definitely want. Happens all the time. It's human nature. There have been tons of psychology studies done on it. You know, it's somebody's thesis. Somebody wrote a paper on it. You know, it is that kind of thing. Why do we reject the things we actually want and go for terrible things? It's same applies if you look at it as you got a friend or you're like, why are they with so-and-so? So-and-so is an asshole. They're terrible. They treat them like shit. They reject good guys or good girls and go for asshole person, right? And you're like, why do they do that? It is this energy. Believe it or not, it is this type of energy, assuming they don't just suffer from depression and have low self-worth. They could be someone with super high self-worth. You know, it doesn't matter. So, you need to trust yourself. Whatever it is that comes your way, whatever that Ten of Swords meant to you, whatever it is, trust yourself. There's nothing you can't handle. And again, remember what I said around these. You get what you want, and we find stupid reasons to shoot it down. We do it all the time. Usually those stupid reasons, again, here we go. Here's our Queen of Swords thinking about stuff, and here's the stupid reasons. Stupid reasons to not take a leap of faith forward. In this case, it's because you're being too informed by the past, by a past disappointment in regard to this King of Wands. Okay, be careful about that. Trust yourself. You're reflecting as Queen of Pentacles. It's a much more powerful energy than this King of Wands, believe me. You know, it really is. The King of Wands is superficial nonsense. They are showing up in a changed energy. They're not changed fully. Like I didn't get it'd be better if I had King of Wands, Hermit, then the Knight of Cups, right? Or King of Wands, Hanged Man, then the Knight of Cups. I don't. But they've changed enough that there's nothing you can't handle here. It's a little more upright Nine of Cups than you might think. And that's what this second reading said. So, do what you want to do. Make your own decisions. For most of you, this is about a love situation, okay? Or a job situation. It could be, or something practical with the family or whatever that you think is overdone. It's going to be a disaster or whatever it is. Keep in mind everything I've said here with regards to it. I'm going to pull one more card. It is a thank you reading. I'm going to take this King of Wands right here. We're going to throw a couple cards on it. Can we do that? I can do that. I can. I'm going to use the Light Seer. I'm going to leave these cards. I'm going to put the Hermit back in just in case it wants to come out. All right. The Hermit is back in the deck. I randomly put it in there. Let me pull one crossing card on this King of Wands. Tell me about this King of Wands and this King of, and the Knight of Cups will come with it. Tell me about this King of Wands. Okay. Let's see where we go. Why is the King of Wands here? Give me a crossing card. Yeah. Nines of the end in tarot. It's a Nine of Wands fueled by a Seven of Wands. Someone's still got their defenses up a little bit. It's not a full Knight of Cups, right? But Nines of the end, the wall is coming down. Somebody is a lot less defensive than they were before. Somebody's a lot more open with their feelings than they were before. Somebody's being a lot more honest with you than they were before. Okay? And I say before because we're talking about lessons from the past that disappointed, right? Okay, so let's see where we go here. What's on top? The Chariot and the Ace of Pentacles. Again, it backs up I just wanted to check. It backs up everything I said. Go for it. Don't worry about it. It is a Nine of Cups upright. Don't come up with flimsy reasons not to go for it because of something that happened in the past. Don't do that. That's like straight out of the DM's playbook in this soulmate cycle. A lot of you got blamed for something somebody else did to them, and that's why they ran, right? So, might be love, might be pentacle, still comes up sometimes as a pentacle here. Whatever it is, just go. Again, you could go for it. Trust yourself. That's all you have to do. If you don't trust yourself, don't go for it. If you're all paranoid and cowering in a corner and afraid it's going to go bad, then you're not working with the temperance energy that's around you, that Archangel Michael frequency, that one specific frequency of last minute save. You want to make sure you're working with that, okay? Let's see if there's anything else the universe wants to tell you. One last pull here. One card and a crossing card. What else you want to tell my people before we go? I like to give you a good bang for your thank you reading. All right. Let's see where we're at. Overall, that's that. I can dig it. That's the thing about the last minute save energy, that temperance energy that I've been talking about. Again, temperance was crossing there too, right? From another deck. That's the thing about it. There's been a lot of times where you think, oh well, I guess that's it for that, right? And then it's not. Careful about it. Something between you. For some of you, if this is a love thing, something between you and that King of Wands is not over. You think it is. It's not. It's not even remotely over. Right. Let's see where we go here. Take the reading as it resonates. I'm just giving you the general read on the energy. That's why I had you stare at that Ten of Swords at the beginning. I wanted you to figure out what it means for you. If you haven't yet, if you're here and you're like, well, I'm not sure what this reading means, and that's what you sound like, that's fine. Rewind and go back, pause the video, and stare at that Ten of Swords when I held it up for you. All right? It's important. And if you can't figure it out today, come back tomorrow and try and figure it out. Why's it got to be right now? Why's everything got to be right this second? All right? Think about it. Burn that Ten of Swords in your brain. This is a pretty important reading, I think. Burn that Ten of Swords in your brain. And, you'll think about it all day, all night, or whatever. When you figure it out, come back and watch the reading. There'll be one thing I say. It probably could just be one little part of the reading. But it'll help you. It'll resonate with you. All right? It's very rarely the reading as a whole. There's too many people watching. Right? It's usually just, I say all the time, it's just one thing I say. Whatever. Anyway, last message for you in this reading from the Fickle Old Gal universe. Two of Pentacles with a giant butterfly I'm drawn to the butterfly, so it's about transformation. And the Nine of Pentacles, crossing it. If you make the right choice here, big things happen. You may think it's not that big a deal in the beginning. You may think, oh, I could just blow this off. I can see you with superficial bullshit blowing off this Nine of Cups, which is actually upright, blowing the whole thing up. You got a real chance here at freeing yourself from something, or it could be, if it's financial with the Pentacles, something really good. If it's a job, it could work out really well. All you got to do is trust yourself that you can maneuver your way through it. Oh, I don't want to work for that company, Steve. They a bunch of fucking shysters. They're going to fucking backstab all kinds of office politics and all that. You can handle it. You could flow right through it like you got Teflon energy, and it's not even going to touch you with that Archangel Michael frequency around you. Okay. It's all about making the right choice here. All right. If it feels, you remember that Four of Cups that was here? I talked about it felt kind of depressed to me. If the decision you're making makes you feel bummed out that you made it, you probably made the wrong decision. If it leaves something in the pit of your stomach, Four of Cups, just sort of imagine that person that's just apathetic. They're not in the mood for anything. They just feel, ugh, right? If the choice, the decision makes you feel Four of Cups in any way, go the other way. All right? Make your own decisions. Do what you want to do. I'm just reading the energy for you. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. And again, if somebody who's giving me a nickel for anything I do around here, I appreciate it. Thank you. All right? Good luck.